another Image Maker Society tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you how I turned this into this. So this is some artwork created by another artist, and the client came to me and wanted me to revamp it. So in this video, I'm going to show you the sketching part of the process and how I revamped this logo graphic. But if you want to see more, if you want to see how I converted it to color, how I started to like paint it, and then also converted it to a vector graphic in Adobe Illustrator, then check out the link below. Subscribe to my email. I promise you, I'm not going to spam you. I'm not going to clutter your inbox. It's really just an opportunity for me to be able to share free content with you every so often. So without further ado, let's get this started. All right, so let's get started. What I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to go ahead and redesign. It's like a refresh of this logo. The client wasn't really very happy with this. This is an old illustration. Not sure who the artist was, but they just wanted a refresh of this. So I'm gonna try to do something with a little bit more personality, something a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more thoughtful in terms of the pose and the expression and things like that. So and then just something just something updated. So let's go ahead and get started. What I'm gonna do is I have the original one on this side, and then this I have it here so I can sketch. I like to sketch over top of the old one. And another thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hide this because I'm just sketching. I'm just gonna be sketching in this video, no painting. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's just do this. Yeah. All right. So just sketching. So let's see. I'm gonna try to keep things somewhat simple. So first thing I want to do is I'm just doing basic shapes, trying to find the pose for this guy, and I think I want some confidence in him. So let's see. I think I want, just getting some guides there. What if his mouth was kind of still smiling, but if he was kind of looking up somehow, and then maybe something like this here. Let me see. I don't know if I want to have his eyes open or closed. So hopefully you can sort of, I know it's kind of messy. Let me see if I can lower this even more. Hopefully you can kind of, hopefully you can kind of tell more or less what I have going on here. I think I want to kind of have him like that, sort of. Again, as I said, more kind of confident looking. And I don't know if I want to have, let's see, if I want to have his eyes open. Maybe sort of like looking up. I don't know. Or do I want it closed? Do I want like a kind of like a closed, happy? And maybe this needs to be more, there we go, like that. Just, I was going to do more squiggly kind of lines, but I think just simple down and then up. And again, just trying to keep it simple. This is some sort of like a logo graphic, so want to try to keep these shapes as simple as possible. This is just a very rough sketch. I'm going to do another sketch after this. I think I want to give him a really big head. I think I want him to have like kind of like a big head and a small body. And let's see. Maybe his body. Let's see here. So one thing I want you to see is in terms of shapes that I'm using, let me see if I can use this color as my writing notes and stuff. So you see a pinch in here, and then pinch again. And then here it's more like, so you want that variation. You don't want like boom. You don't want this on both sides. You want to have some sort of variation. It just creates more interesting shapes. So just wanted to point that out. Let's go ahead. Whoops, wrong color. So like that. The other hand here, or leg, or whatever. I guess they don't have. I don't know. Whatever. So here. I don't know. I have to figure out the anatomy. But for now, I'm just trying to figure out, like, how do I want him sitting? And so it came down straight here because his leg is obviously, you know, to get it right, I do have to have another kind of pinch here a little bit. And then I have to figure out his hands and stuff. But more or less, he's going to kind of, his hands will be down here. Then down here, he'll have those feet or whatever, hands, feet, whatever it is. So this will be more or less like the shape that I'm kind of going for. And then I think I do kind of like the idea of him having some sort of a bib. And so he could have that. And then I don't know if I want to do some sort of like a, you know, like it's tied up back there. I don't know. I think I kind of rather keep it simple like this. And so more or less this is like the shape. If you imagine it sort of like a sticker, that's terrible. But this is more or less the shape. You know, trying to keep everything very simple. Again, this is more of like a logo graphic, so it's not gonna be like a digital painting, like a typical digital painting. I'm gonna kind of keep it a little bit more simple, but this is more or less kind of like where we landed. So let's go ahead and move on to the next section, which is simplifying this, or I'm sorry, refining this sketch. All right, so let's see if we can tighten up this sketch. I don't know if I really need this to look at this original much anymore, but I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to zoom in here so that you can see what I'm doing here. I did, you know, this takes a while, messing around with stuff and being on, you know, trying to figure stuff out. So I didn't want to add that to the video and make this thing too long for you. So, so I just kind of, again, I just kind of experimented and tried to figure stuff out. And I think I decided that I want to push this, I think I want to push the smile a little bit more exaggerated. So I think I'm going to go like this here. I think I want to bring it up higher. Something like that. Like that, and then give them an edge here to the mouth. And then I think I am going to keep the eyes closed. I was debating that. And I think I want to even, let's see. I think I also want to move it in a little closer. Like I want his eyes closer towards each other. And that's not very balanced out here. Let me see if I can. There we go. I think I want to kind of, yeah, have them a little bit tighter together. The eyes. And then bring this down here. So something like that. That's looking kind of fun. And then let's see, these guys are a little bit closer together, so let's do something like that. I might tweak some of this, you know, when I get further into the process. But I just want to show you some of my thinking here. So his eyes are closed, but these will be his like his eyelids and stuff. And then his little nose, his little nostrils here. I feel like he feels a lot more confident than this kind of guy here. More personality. Healthier too. He looks like he's definitely not hungry, like not going without food. So that's fun right there. And then another thing is, like here, he looks like he's ready to eat. But here, I think what I want to do with him is, I think I want him to be like, I did something like this not too long ago through my job where I was doing these like chef frogs and stuff, and kind of reminded me of that. And being as this is a barbecue place, Japanese barbecue, I don't know, I think it'd be kind of cool if this is the like the logo or mascot or whatever. It'd be kind of cool for him to be a chef. Not sure if I like that hat. I don't know if that's right or not. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that hat. I'd have to revisit that, but just so you can get the idea of what I'm trying to do, I think I'm gonna give him. I'll have to refine these. I have to refine these because again, since this is, I want you to keep in mind, since this is a logo, I don't want to go too overboard with the details. It needs to be pretty simple. So I don't want to get too like granular with all the little details and stuff. This was tricky trying to figure out like his hands. I think what I've decided to do is I think I'm just gonna kind of, let's see. Just gonna use like simple shapes like this. Let's see. I want to push that out a little more. I think I'm gonna do something like that, and then I'm gonna keep these again. Logo, graphic. You get to, I don't want to say cheat, but you get to kind of not have to really, you know, you're not really going for realism. You're just going for shapes that read right, you know, for given the animal that it is. So he's a frog. You want the hands to feel, the feet or whatever. You want these body parts to feel like a frog's, you know, body parts and stuff. So versus like human hands or anything like that. So you want it to feel like that, but you want to keep the shapes very graphic and very simple. I've got a bit of a tangent here with his chest here. You see this, where this meets up with that? Like that's no bueno, not good. We don't want that. But I'll have to fix that in just a bit. And let's see, the other hand will be here. Again, I'm probably going to tweak some of this and refine it. But I just want you to get the gist of how I'm kind of revamping this existing logo. So, you know, logo or graphic. So it's not completely different. He's not like jumping or doing something completely different. You know, he's still sitting. He's still, it's it's a refresh, you know. Um, I already knew that they weren't really happy with the design overall of the original. So just kind of taking some liberty there and changing his look more or less. Let's see. And like I said, giving him more expression and stuff like that. I definitely want to revisit these like feet and all of these little details. There's some weird anatomy things going on here with this back leg and his back. So I kind of have to solve for that, but more or less this is more or less where we're at. I'm gonna really hide that background. I don't think I need that anymore. I really like the direction that this is going in. I think this is gonna be really fun, really, really cool. And again, I'm not. It's not gonna be like a digital painting. More, you know, this is more. It's gonna be a little bit more simpler than that. But we will have some cool little details and some cool things going on. I got a couple things to address and fix here. So in the next phase, we'll jump right into a tighter sketch and then maybe start looking at some color. All right, so now I think I got it in a good place. This is the sketch. I kind of tightened certain little things up. And now what I did was I selected this brush. It's part of Kyle Brushes Mega Pack ink box. It's called the Belgian Comics Smoother. So it's a very smooth brush. I want very smooth lines. I don't want rough like pencil edge. And now this is like the inking phase. There we go. Something like that. That feels nice. And I don't really think you need to watch me, just kind of do this all on real time. So I'm going to speed this up. But really all I'm doing is just kind of outlining it. All right, and I think I'm feeling pretty good about this. Just a couple little touches here and there. Little minor details. Again, this should be very simple, but it's okay to just add a couple things here and there, just to continue to kind of give him that character. And that concludes the drawing. So that's the inking drawing phase of it. And now in the next phase, we're going to go ahead and start looking at some color. All right, so that was it. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you found some of those tips helpful. Again, if you want to see the full process and if you want to see how I bring that into color as well as creating it a vector graphic, then again, check out the link below and sign up for my newsletter. Again, it's not going to spam you. I'm not going to clutter your inbox. But if you want to see more cool content like that, check it out. If not, then I'll see you on the next one.